wanted to do an in-depth walkthrough just to take a look at where this truck is. So as you can see, it's pretty, well, it's been weathered over the years, from down to Mexico to up to Riverside area to Temecula. This truck has been around. It has a lot of character. You can kind of see all the patches that have been made over the time. You know, you can see that the paint was originally green, has been faded off. You know, the sun has beat this truck up pretty good. And what's left is what you see. What I love about it is that all the lines are super crisp. Even on the hood, the fenders, all the stuff is nice. The only thing I don't like is that they actually had to cut this. Well, we're thinking about this thing deserves a 392 or something to that extreme. Probably an 8-speed transmission, which is really going to have to make us cut a lot of the trans tunnel and then fabricate a new one and get that in. It's also going to require us to box the frame, so there's going to be so much suspension work done on this thing that we're probably going to spend at least 6 months on a frame, just because we'll be doing this in our part-time. Another aspect of that freedom that we're talking about is the fact that, take a look at this shit. There is no bed left. So this thing sat underneath a pine tree, and of course those needles just collected the moisture and completely rotted away our bed. In fact, you can see the frame. And the only thing that's left are the bed supports jiggling around in here. The interior is completely eaten up. But thankfully, the bed, or the tailgate, is actually still solid. So, love that. You know, nature has a funny way of destroying some things and leaving other things completely perfect. All right, so if we take a look here, all this stuff is eaten up. The support structure is not even attached to the wheel wells. Is it on this side? Oh, nope, I guess I just broke that one. But yeah, all this stuff is eaten up. It's all completely gone. And what's great about this is most people would say, no, I don't want this truck. When I look at this, I see opportunity. I see the freedom to dream, the freedom to consider the possibilities, right? And that being said, that's what we're going to do. We're going to build the bottom of this bed. And that's going to allow us to do a lot of things that's, you know, most people wouldn't even consider. So instead of putting leaf springs in there, if we wanted to do trailing arms and then huge shock towers, we could do that and then build the bed around all that stuff and hide it. If instead we don't want to put our huge fueling tank right here and we want to get that towards the center of the truck and get it balanced out, we can build that underneath this portion right here and raise it so that all this stuff is contoured in and built around the fuel tank. You won't even see it. And we'll make the bed still useful, which would be great as well. But the doors are in great shape. I wouldn't say so much for the windows, but you know, we even need new floor pans in here. So again, that's the freedom. You can come in here and do just about anything you want, and you're saving the truck. You're not giving it away. You're not tearing it apart. You're not disowning it. You're doing the right thing and keeping it on the road. The roof is completely rusted because the moisture just sits on there and kind of ate away the paint over time. So there's a lot to do with this truck, this 71 Power Wagon, and we're gonna get it done. But I think we're gonna take our time in designing and looking at what the final product is gonna be. We're gonna make sure that the truck, after all, is roadworthy, drivable, fun. We'll even take it off-roading, but we're gonna put a lift on this thing and it's gonna be a lot of fun. The opposite of our 71 D100 Project Mo Power.